So, hello everybody. I pray that everyone is well and blessed. And guess what? It's Leo season. Happy Leo season. Happy birth month to me. My birthday is on 8/16, but you see I'm in my yellow. Why? Because Leo's ruling planet is the sun. And who doesn't need the sun? You literally need the sun to live. Everything needs the sun. So, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to all the fellow Leos. And it is a new moon in Leo. How exciting. So today I have the Moonology deck, and I am going to read to you guys what the book says. And I just lost my book. This is the new moon in Leo, and it says confidence is your key to success. And why? Because Leos are, are the lions, right? Of course we're confident. I gotta get my book. Un momento, por favor. Okay. And so, what the book says for a new moon in Leo is it says, this card heralds the start of a new cycle for you. When you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, more like you have something worth showing off. Ooh, I like it. If you want someone's attention, this card says it's coming. However, it may not happen all by itself. You have to be willing to do your bit. That means being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. Cute. Think of yourself as the king or queen of the jungle, and carry yourself accordingly. This card is also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you're working on. Alternatively, it can herald good news or a new start for your children. Ooh, I love that. And so, attuned to the moon, it says, make time to have fun. Additional meanings for this card. It's time for you to show the world what you've got. Shine your light, have some pride, spoil yourself. You've earned it. You've turned someone's head. And the teaching for this card is Leo is a sign of the big and brave hearted lion, of pride and showmanship and flirting. The energy around the new moon in Leo, and therefore around this card, whenever you pick it, is it's hot and generous. The energy loves itself, and so should you. If you've been too much of a wallflower, the new moon card, the new moon in Leo, comes as a reminder that you need to be proud of who you are. Man, that said a whole lot, and I absolutely love it. Um, yeah, that is amazing. So Leos are a fire sign, a fixed sign. One of the things that I learned in my studies of myself, like studying my birth chart, is that even though I'm born in August, that there are decans, and I forgot what the actual word decan means, but what I learned is that the signs are split up into like 3 weeks. Is that how it goes? 3 weeks. And so, like how people say, oh, you're a July Leo and you're an August Leo, and they're different. And it's actually true, because if you like what they say is like in the first decan, so the people who were born starting July 22nd, and then that first week, those are the true Leos, and they're actually they're ruled by the sun. And then the second week of, I forgot what that decan is, but I'm actually in the third week, the last week of, and I believe it's three. Don't quote me on it. I'm not an astrologer. I just love learning things that are interesting to me. And so, I could be wrong. And if I am, by all means, please put it in the chat, in the comments, and let me know. No hard feelings. It doesn't, it won't hurt my feelings if I'm wrong. But I believe it's split up into threes, and so if that's the case, then I would be in the third decan. And so my ruling planet is technically not even the sun. I forgot what it is, and I should know this, but I wasn't planning on talking about that. So we're gonna look it up for yourself. How about that? Look it up for yourself. If what I'm saying sounds interesting to you, look it up. And so let's journal. Let's journal. Let's journal. Let's journal. I am using my 2025 Life and Lunar Journal, which is still available on Amazon, even though it started in January. You can use it all the way up until the last month because it just has so much great information. The new moon and full moon prompts are already in the journal. They're already there for you because the energy is present 3 days before the cycle, the day of, and then 3 days after. And so you can journal whenever you want. I'm sorry, I had my page already ready, but I lost it, so I'm flipping to it. There it is. So the prompts are already here for you when you're ready to journal. My journal also has lines because, like, if you're like me and you have messy handwriting or you need some organization, there's lines. So, great product. Grab it. If you don't have this journal, you can journal anywhere. You can journal, you can get a piece of paper if you have a regular journal. If you open up the journal app on your phone, you can do that, or you can do the voice app on your phone and just journal. So there's never really an excuse or a reason not to journal, even if you don't write it down. Sometimes, like when I'm doing the lives, I don't write when I'm talking, but it's still journaling. I'm answering the questions. I'm just answering them in my head. So like, don't get caught up in, like, what do they say? Don't in the semantics or like whatever. As long as you're journaling, I think that's what's most important and what matters. So we're gonna take some 3 deep breaths, and then I'm going to read the prompts. If you go to the description of the video, the prompts are there, and I'm going to also read them out. So 3 deep breaths, get our mind right, and then journal. Okay, so breathe. All right. So now that we have centered ourselves, grounded ourselves, feel like we as in me, have medicated, the very first question says, what creative projects or passions am I ready to ignite? Oh my goodness. Um, I have wanted to get into the cannabis industry, and I just had a photo shoot, which was pretty cool, which was, all themed cannabis, and it was so much fun. And so I would love to jump into the cannabis industry. So if you guys have any connects, you guys know how I can get in the industry. I would like to, and that's funny, I just saw 1010, so innings and new beginnings. I would like to be involved all the way from seed to patient. So I have my own name, strain name that I've had for some time. I would like to grow my own, have my own dispensary, have my own smoke shop, have my own cannabis lounge, and all of those things, and have cannabis events. So that is my creative project or passion I that I'm ready to ignite. And the second question is, how can I express my authentic self more boldly? That's super easy, just by being myself. Like, just being myself. I like just being my authentic self in all situations, not wearing a mask, which is hard to say because, like, sometimes you have to change how you act. You can't, like if you're going to church, you can't be like out cussing and like smoking, right? So you have to, act accordingly. And so I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about wearing a mask and like just being myself, which is like quirky and I don't know. I don't know. So just that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, I keep needing to move this phone. I'm trying to prop my arm up, hold the phone, and all that at the same time. And so those are the prompts. If you guys feel called, you can put your stuff in the chat, or if you're watching this video after the live, you could just put it in the comments. And that's all I have. It is Leo season. It's up. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for my birthday, and just have a good time. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have. And I pray that everyone is well and blessed. I know that the world is crazy. All kind of stuff is going on. I always try to acknowledge, or I would like to acknowledge that, but at the same time, I would also like to acknowledge that, the positive things that are happening in my life and the things that bring me joy, and then give gratitude just for everything, the good, the bad, and I'm still here. So obviously, it's a reason. So again, I pray that everyone is well and blessed, and I will catch you guys in the very next one. If you guys are interested in any of my products, they are available on Amazon. If you are interested in any of my services, reach out. You can go to my website and contact me there, or in any of the videos. Sorry, I hit the mic, and it's hot, so I need to go inside, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care and be blessed, and bye bye.